On to the Vaal Classic. We've got 8 races on the show for you now, and this is the Betway Weighted to Win, and we'll chat about the starter or the opener, which is the first, and there's a horse in here called Magic Prince, who's priced up as 13 to 10 favourite to win. It is a work riders race. Number 5, Full Go, is the second choice at 4 to 1, and then you've got a horse like number 2, Uncle Lucky, who's trading at 6 to 1. Daryl Marie fought his way out of the snow to get into the studio, so it's good to have him with me here. And Darren Burrows, of course, out in the Western Cape. Bipod time. And, well, I don't know.
Yeah, we're playing to survive or double up.
Okay.
Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Magic Prince, very costly to follow. He's obviously got a chance. Too short in the market. Value lies with number 2, Uncle Lucky. Stevie Moffat's own race. Hey, Clyde, let's hope he can pull it off.
Stevie Moffat, that's right.
Bonga's very capable and riding with a lot of confidence. I think his last 4 rides, he's already 2 winners. Soul Captain can improve if he settles in running. They tend to go very quick in these work rider races, so he should be able to settle. Full Go, limited but capable in this sort of lineup.
Okay.
So we're playing to survive or double up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
All right. Well, so listen, Uncle Lucky's priced up 6 to 1 at the moment. Remember, we do this on the Monday morning. Don't forget that. Where Magic Prince is 13 to 10. But you'll notice in the market, Daryl, just quickly, that's bound to change this market. Am I right? Before we go to Darren, just do you agree?
Yes, the favourite's going to drift.
Okay.
Nobody can take that price, Clyde. I don't know, unless you've had a few too many.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
All right.
Form update. Broadway beaten 7 3/4 of a length by King's Express.
Okay.
Who beat our horse, George Handel.
That's right. George Handel, eh? Should have won, George Handel. One of those things. Okay. Here we go, Mr. Burrows, your turn. Bipod time.
I wouldn't be rushing out to take 13 to 10 about Magic Prince. He's becoming a professional maiden. There are stamina doubts, so I would include him because it's a weak field. I mean, all of these runners have had their chances. They can't break their maiden yet. Full Go interests me, but he's had 30 runs in the maiden. He does run some fair races every now and then. Uncle Lucky's got a chance, Soul Captain as well. So a tricky race. Let's just hope to survive.
Okay, so 1, 5, 2, 3 from Darren's side, but there are a whole lot of them. Daryl's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get through. Then Banker the 2 in the second leg of his bipod by 7 and 8, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by 1, 2, 10, 11, by 2 and 5. Second race on the card, this is where Kawalami tops the boards, is trading at 12 to 5. Number 3, Global Thunder, is joint at the moment, so those two are priced up 12 to 5 the pair, and number 5 Heirloom is trading at around 15 to 4. Note that the one Cliffhanger is not running. We're doing this on Monday morning. That's been scratched now, Darren Burrows. So what are you doing, place accumulators? Are you depending on Kawalami, or what's the plan?
Clyde, I would go the safe route, numbers 2 and 3. Now, Kawalami is the only male in the race. He's taking on all the fillies. He's giving 4.5 kilos to most of the field, excluding Jumping Analia. Now, his post-maiden run was a good win, and he's coming on the right way, this horse. He could make it a hat-trick of wins in a row. Global Thunder interests me because she's run a short-head second off Red Hot Rose. Last time out, they threw her in the deep end. Alan Robertson, Fillies Championship. Beaten 9 lengths by Miss Geriatrics, but she was a runaway winner that day. So she wasn't too far off horses like Winter Cloud. She's got to be a serious runner as well.
Okay, so maybe this race named after Corey Lensley. He's got the second or joint favourite in here. Could pull it off.
He's got 2 over here, Clyde. Number 4 as well.
Yes.
Happy and Alia.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, my concern is Kawalami does have to give weight all round. But I like the fact that he's starting to get his act together now. I think he's improving with racing, very fit. Hoping he runs in the top 2, obviously, for my bipods, and top 3 for the PA. I'm sure he will, Clyde. But because he's giving weight all round, I'm not going to have a bet on the nose. Health respect for a few others over here. Form update for number 7, Jumping Analia. She was beaten 2.5 lengths by Mika's Bomb. She ran fourth over the weekend. Let's see if she lines up. But Kawalami, let's just hope we get through this leg, Clyde.
Okay, Kawalami, Daryl Marie's first choice. There's some interesting runners in here. Let's see if Kawalami can complete the hat-trick and place accumulators look like this. To a banker by 7 and 8, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by 10 and 11, by 2 and 5, by 2, 3, 6, by 2, 6 and 8. That's your PA underway from Waiter to Win. On Monday morning, 9 of them go to the gate in the third race. It's a maiden class field over the 1450 metres. The latest in the betting, this horse Go Check with Love is priced up around even money, 11 to 10. Number 8 on the card. 1 Solar Diva is at 7 to 2. Number 7 Butternut in Rooiwyn is trading at 5 to 1. And it's 7 or 8 to 1 about number 9 Mount Etna. 10s and better the others. Daryl, Butternut in Rooiwyn makes a lot of sense in this in the snow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clyde, two very moderate efforts, but she was beaten by two very decent horses in Lucky Lad and Red Hot Rose. They put her away, and I liked the improvement she showed in her first run after arrest because things really didn't go away. Didn't get a clean break, overdoing it, gonna strip fitter. And Clyde, she's now got bend experience. She's got the one draw. She's got United's Ransom to pull her through, who's going to make the pace. So I'm hoping she settles this time round. And I see her getting the run of the race. I think she represents a lot of value. I've got healthy respect for the favourites. Go Check with Love. I just thought they deserved to be much closer in the market. Go Check with Love, we saw a winner from that form line with Call Me When You Need Me.
Yeah.
But Clyde, she's having her first run around the bend. She might be green herself.
I'm sure.
So
you're nervous about that being green?
yeah, I just think Butternut in Rooiwyn has got more in her favour and more value.
Okay.
So for me, I went 7 and 8.
All right. Some may be surprised by that first choice. Mr. Burrows, what are you doing?
Well, for me, Go Sec with Love, definitely hard to beat, Clyde. This filly ran off Francine, who looks well above average. The second place runner who finished, 2 3/4 length in front of her was Call Me When You Need Me, who came out to win a handicap very comfortably. She was only beaten, 5 lengths by Francine. That was her debut. They backed her from 6 to 1 into 3 to 1. I always like to see market support on a first timer. So surely with natural improvement, the 8 to beat the 7.
Okay. And I see this time they've got Kabila Matsanyani riding Go Check with Love. Okay. Banker 8 from Darren's side by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Darren's pick 6. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 11. By 1 and 2. By 2, 3, 6, 7, 9 and 10. And at the back, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 and 8. On to this soccer 6.coza handicap, and it's over 1,800 metres. All 10 of them on the Monday morning lineup to go to the gate. Not sure race time, just keep an eye out. 2 Mo the Man's favourite, trading at 12 to 5. Number 4, Haslo Grande's at 10 to 3. Number 1, Greenlight Magic is 7 to 2. And number 5, Little Prince is trading at 5 to 1. Rather congested, the top end, Mr. Burrows.
Between numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for me. I'm not going to split them. My first choice has to be Greenlight Magic. Now, it's his third run after a year off the track. He's going to tighten up a lot. He's got the allowance off his back. Stable's pretty well at the moment. Mo the Man, his post-maiden run was good. Behind Spin Doctor. I thought that was a cracking effort. All of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 you have to include in the pick 6.
Okay, so 1 to 5 from Darren's perspective. Daryl?
Yeah, 1 to 5 as well. Clyde.
Also.
Excuse me, 2 blinker strikes over here. Number 1, Greenlight Magic, gets fitted with a set of blinkers. Number 4, Haslo Grande.
Yes.
I'm waiting for this Haslo Grande to be gelded. I think we'll really see a nice horse. He's very bulky at this stage. But I liked his effort last time out. Elusive Swan, if you're going wider, I think he could be the joke in the pack. Mo the Man. Face value, you're going to say, he's been costly to follow. He took a few runs to win his maiden. But just have a look at the sorts he's run behind. Brave Viking, Jet Dynasty, Bob's Your Uncle, free movement. They've all more than held their own in handicap level. So concern with the one, Green Light Magic, a lot of dead weight to shoulder. But I think the blinkers could certainly assist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Safe route, Clyde.
Interesting, Gavin Larena hasn't ridden this horse before. I think it's his first time. I think.
Oh,
Mo the man.
Yeah, Gavin's going to obviously be riding most
Yes,
of
for the stable now that
Yeah.
Keegan's on his way to Hong Kong. Okay, let's take a look then. What are the boys doing in this event? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Darren Burrows' jackpot. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 11. By 1 and 2. By 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, and 10. Moving on to our next event that we want to discuss with you now. Let's talk about this race where they've got 3-1 the field. The number 1, Ballroom Bliss, is favourite at 3-1. 4, Angel's Wish is 5-1. Number 8, Queen Bomey is 5-1. And then you can get 6-1 about 11, Winning Queen. 8-1 the 2, Princess Kesh. I know Darren likes a bit of that. 7, Liverpool Legend, 8-1. 14's and better about the others. I think you also liked a bit of Winning Queen, didn't you, when we had the discussion?
I'll give her a big chance.
Number 11, yeah.
She's in good form, Clyde. She's gone up slightly in the ratings for her 2 placings. Hasn't won for 645 days.
Sure.
And she's a 7-year-old mare. So I think the fact that the stable have come to form, she'll run a bold race. But you're not going to be overly bullish with regards to her chances. The form line really stood up nicely. Quasi's Ladies won twice since then, Clyde.
Yes.
And obviously Ballroom Bliss, who she beat, and she's bet off at the weights. Now Ballroom Bliss, big weight to shoulder, is going to drop out on a fast run track. It's not going to be easy pickings for her. I looked for some value in the race, and I can't believe the price. On number 10, Tree Fairy. Darren doesn't like it, Clyde. So now I'm a little bit wary. I thought she's a 6-7 shot of here. Loved her latest efforts. You know, she's only been with the yard for 2 runs or 3 runs. She's showed remarkable improvement in each and every start, because when she won her debut, that was a shocking field to say to be.
To say the least, yeah.
What's it?
Yeah, to say the least.
To say the least, okay.
We'll stick with that.
With all due respect.
With all due respect.
Then
18-1 number 10, Tree Fairy, yeah?
Sure. I can't believe the price, Clyde.
Sorry
She's
to
come back
interrupt,
further in the ratings. Letuli's franked that form. In that race was Nothing Else Matters, William Iron Arm, and she got beat 5 lengths against the boys.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
got
there you go.
52.5 to shoulder from a 1 draw. Let's hope she can break well. I can't believe her price.
And the stable's having a bit of a run.
I
Farney
can't believe
is
her
coming to full.
price. Each way play,
Number 10. Yes?
yes.
Yes. Mr. Burrows?
How's it, Clyde? I thought a tricky race. Now, Princess Kesh took on a lot stronger last time out, and she was staying on very late in the race. 2,000 meters, not a problem. First run for Heather Adamson. This was Ashley Fortune's horse before. So let's see how she goes first run for the stable. Now, Ballroom Bliss was a runaway winner last time out. And you know what? She's still capable of her current mark. She's finding her form, consistency again. She could go back to back. Queen Bomey is going to love the step up to 2,000 meters. In form, stable, handy galloping weight. So 1, 2, and 8 to fight it out. I've played 7 horses in the pick 6, and I haven't included Darryl's horse.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, now we know before, so we can add it in the 10 just in case. But thanks, Darren. Darryl's got his jackpot up as 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10, 11 by 2 and 5, by 2, 3, and 6, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's the story. So obviously you guys must be wondering why Darren hasn't got Darryl's horse in. Well, that's because they don't talk to one another prior to coming onto the show. There's no engagement around let's do this and let's do that. They're each for their own. And to be honest, I prefer it, or we prefer it that way, because you get the 2 opinions, which I think is very important. That's the Darryl Murray jackpot for the Vaal Classic Track. Well, in this race, number 2, Absolute Values, Monday morning favourite 14-10. Number 1, Monsieur Chauvel, the second choice, priced up 33-10, and 6-1 Bar the 2. And asked Darryl Murray if it's a 2-horse race. I also want to pick his brain about, let's go a little bit deeper, maybe you know, I'd want some shooties from you in races 7 and 8 in terms of taking a pick 3 maybe. Start here. 2 horses or what?
I went 2 horses, 2 and 5, Clyde.
2 and 5, okay.
You know, there's one horse that could really spoil the party for absolute value over here is Karapi with regards to the pace. Otherwise, we can all see absolute value going to the front, getting easy fractions and winning this convincingly. He loves a track and trip. Last time out, he actually ran well, Clyde.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that he was pestered the whole way on the poly track, I thought he was going to fade out and finish closer to last. He stuck on doggedly. I like his chances. Indian War Dance, in my mind, he improved with the blinkers last time out. So I'm saying if absolute value flaps his lines, which I'm hoping he doesn't, Indian War Dance is his only danger.
Okay.
In race 7, for me, I've narrowed it down to numbers 2, 3, and 6.
Yeah, 2, 3, 6 in race 7. So I'll take a pick 3, yeah, and race 8?
You can possibly go field if your budget doesn't allow that 2, 6, and 8.
At the back, eh?
Yeah.
2, 6, and 8. All right, so that's the pick 3 for you guys. So Daryl on to closer to Indian War Dance in this particular event. Darren, which one are you going with?
I have to be in the camp of absolute value. I think he's worth a bet. I think he's currently the right price at around 14 to 10. You might get 17 to 10 race time, but he's going to take a lot of beating. I mean, this field isn't strong. He holds his nearest rival that I believe is Monsieur Cheval. On that last run, he beat Monsieur Cheval 8.5 lengths behind Mamba Comtessio. And his last run was too short on the poly. Put a line through that. I think absolute value will win, and I covered him with Monsieur Cheval in the pick 6.
And Darren, just to ask you in your pick 3, I mean races 7 and 8, have you got any shrewdies in the 7th and 8th that we can discuss that we want to include?
Well, there is a shrewdie that Daryl's included and I fancy in cahoots in the 7th. He must be any price. I just believe off his current rating he's going to improve. After Hours is an obvious inclusion, and a horse like Tumby and Green Scepter.
Okay, so we're not going to leave out number 2 in cahoots in race number 7 for those of you that are looking for a double or some pick 3s. Darren's recommending those straight up in this race with absolute value.